Welcome and thanks for joining us here on the Owatonna Today Show on this Wednesday, April 23rd. So nice to see those pictures of flowers on our opening, isn't it? We're just waiting for some of those little things to start shooting through the ground and really have those in full bloom coming up. Fingers crossed, no more snow, all that stuff. Hopefully we're done and into the April showers, and that's all it's going to be. We welcome you on Owatonna Today Show, and we certainly encourage you to watch us on Charter Channel 8. We're on there 6 days a week, and also out on the internet. You can find us on YouTube, on blip.tv, and on Facebook. And if you head to Facebook and like us on Facebook, like the Owatonna Today Show Facebook page, you'll get notifications when the shows are up and running and ready to be watched. So you can pass that along to somebody else if they, in fact, are not in this Charter Channel 8 viewing area, or visit the shows at your leisure at any time that you would like to do it. You can always do a Google search and you'll find us in any of those areas as well. We look for your comments about the show, suggestions, guest topics, things like that. Get a hold of Leanne, our producer, at 390-5751, or shoot her an email at owatonnatoday@charter.net. Any of those ways will get to her. We have a great show coming up for you today. We'll be coming back from our break talking with Jane Nyquist from Steele County Public Health, and then Edna Ringhofer a little bit later on in the show about dancing with the Steele County Stars. Fun event coming up. So let's take this break. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltvet of Horizon Eye Care Professionals. Eye care you can trust. We're proud supporters of Owatonna Today.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now, I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
Hi, I'm Linda Anderson, and I play Sarah.
And I'm Ann Skanesny, and I play Mandy in LTO's current production of Time Stands Still, directed by Craig Berg.
Performances of Time Stands Still will be held Friday and Saturday, April 25th and 26th at 7:30 p.m., with a matinee on Sunday, April 27th at 2 p.m.
And again the following Thursday through Saturday, May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd at 7:30 p.m.
Tickets are available at the LTO box office by calling 451-0764 or online.
Don't miss LTO's production of Time Stands Still.
Welcome back. Thanks again for joining us on this Wednesday, April 23rd. Jane Nyquist joins us from Steele County Public Health. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good,
I trust you had a good Easter last weekend.
Very nice, very nice.
Good for you. Your title again at Steele County Public Health?
Health educator.
Yep.
I coordinate 3 different grants right now.
Okay.
And kind of do a little bit of everything when the need arises at the agency.
Many hats.
Many hats, yeah. But right now I'm 3 grants.
Okay. And we want to talk about some of that. We've got some great things that you wanted to talk about today having to do with health education and things like that. So let's start with the one called SHIP, S-H-I-P.
SHIP, Statewide Health Improvement Program. It is kind of a new initiative. The Department of Health has been doing it for a few years. We did it for 2 years. 4 years ago we started. Mm-hmm. We weren't funded the second round, which was the last 2 years. Okay. And we were just funded again hopefully for more than 1 year.
Okay.
It's something that's in the state legislature. What SHIP is, it's an initiative to reduce obesity in the state of Minnesota, which will ultimately reduce healthcare costs, reduce chronic diseases. Mm-hmm. Also, with the obesity reduction, we want to increase physical activity, making walking, biking, making it easier to access different facilities that promote physical activity. We also want to improve nutrition. We want to make it easier to do the right thing, to eat healthy, to walk and bike. We also want to reduce tobacco use,
Okay.
We in Minnesota have gotten down to about 17%, which is pretty good.
Right.
We can do better. Also, tobacco exposure, secondhand smoke, even third-hand smoke. We want to be able to reduce that because there are some health consequences with that.
You have to. I was just going to say you have to
Third-hand
define
smoke.
third-hand smoke.
Well,
for
third-hand
me.
smoke actually is the smoke that would be in your clothes if you're a smoker.
Okay.
Might be on curtains, in the carpeting. Like, say you're a smoker and you hold a little baby, and babies have, a different metabolism. They're still growing. So if you have toxins from tobacco smoke or cigarette smoke, cigar smoke, whatever, in your clothing, that can get into the little one's skin, or and it can also cause problems, with their development and stuff. So that's a new area of study. They're really doing a lot of research on that.
Okay.
So the SHIP grant, we want to reduce obesity, reduce tobacco use and exposure, ultimately leading to reduced healthcare costs, improved health. So what we're doing is we're working in the community. And then we have 4 sectors or sites that we're working in the community. We're working in schools.
Okay.
We're working with work sites, and we're going to be working with healthcare.
All right.
And we feel that if we can work with all these 4 sectors and get them to kind of intertwine, that we'll get this message out, and we can see some improved health. And it's going to take time. I mean, we didn't get to where we are, over
Overnight.
a year or two.
Yeah. And it would be nice to see that you were funded, like you say, more than a year, because it's a lot of work putting things in place. And then if you don't get the funding to continue on, you're kind of stopping your tracks.
You get the momentum. We had the momentum going. We had partners the first 2 years. Then we didn't do anything because we didn't have funding. So now we've started again, and we've got other agencies actually in the community that are looking at obesity reduction too. So we're hoping that we can all partner together and make this a really great movement and see some improvements down the road.
And that's looking at it from a greater, wider kind of an umbrella look. But what are some very practical things? Like, for example, what would be something that you might go in and talk to a workplace about?
Oh, okay. Workplace. Well, one thing is tobacco-free work sites.
Okay.
Now, according to Freedom to Breathe, work sites have to be tobacco-free inside the buildings, but outside they don't. And sometimes you walk in a building and there's a lot of folks smoking, and you have to walk through a cloud of smoke.
Right.
And sometimes just somebody who's quit smoking might see someone smoking outside by the door, wherever, and it might trigger, a response that, I wish I could have a cigarette, and it might cause them to relapse. There's a lot of reasons to do it, but tobacco-free policies on the campus.
Could be just as simple as moving that area where people are
could be
smoking,
doing
that
that.
it's maybe not in a main entrance.
In the main entrance, could be moving it out, could be totally tobacco-free.
Right.
Could be looking at vending machines in a work site. We all know that there's a lot of stuff in a vending machine that isn't healthy, but we could make them healthier. We could add more water, more juice. We could have some yogurt. Yeah, making it easier for someone to make a healthy choice.
Okay.
Something as simple as a walking meeting. Instead of having a meeting sitting around a table, if it's a small meeting, you get out and walk.
I like that one.
Isn't that a great one? You get your exercise and you have a meeting.
I'm thinking about it, and if you ever walk with someone else, whether 1, 2, or 3 people, you're sitting there chatting the whole time anyway.
Exactly right. So you might as well get paid to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And in
take
schools,
advantage of a nice day.
Well, exactly right. And in schools, back in SHIP 1, we had school gardens. We helped them get school gardens, raised bed gardens, and some weren't raised bed, but so they could grow produce. They would let the kids try the produce. One did a salsa garden, Wilson School, and they had a salsa. They made salsa, things like that.
And some for kids who might not otherwise be able to be exposed to a gardening situation.
Exactly right. And teaching them how to garden,
Sure.
making it part of the science curriculum.
Okay.
And just embedding it into.
Okay. I was just wondering, kind of bringing it down to a very practical. What do we put into place area.
Exactly right.
As we move on then through some of the educational things going on, then there's something called Four Corners Partnership.
Well, the Four Corners Partnership is a partnership of public health departments in Dodge, Rice, Goodhue, and Steele counties. It was formed, Four Corners. That's right where our four counties meet. We started getting funding in 2008. So we formed this group kind of as a coalition advocacy group, and we are looking at policies, strengthening policies that might not be advantageous to smoking reduction, or if any policies at the state level might be threatened, trying to keep them strong, or state law, looking at public education,
Okay.
Just the
so kind of collaborating and banding your resources, looking at what somebody else might be doing that's working there. And
that's
so
exactly right. Yeah, looking at a lot of legislation, talking about, I have 2 grants working on smoke-free housing, and I'll talk more about that when I mention this other grant in just a minute. Another thing, though, that I'd like to promote is the Quit Plan Minnesota is a free quit plan service, tobacco cessation service for anyone who lives or works in Minnesota. And it is online at quitplan.com, or you can go to quitplan.com. Yeah, there's a lot of ads out there. You can go to quitplan.com to get the phone number too. It's a phone counseling. It's a very good service, free to anyone in Minnesota. And the other grant that I have, and the first grant is through Clearway, Minnesota, who makes all the ads you might see on TV. I have another grant through the Minnesota Department of Health called Tobacco-Free Communities. That's the one where we really are focusing on tobacco-free rental, smoke-free rental.
Okay.
Tobacco or smoke-free rental properties. When Freedom to Breathe came into being in 2007, rental properties were not covered. Only the common areas of rental properties were required to be tobacco-free or smoke-free. And we're trying to get the whole building tobacco-free, smoke-free, because we do know that smoke gets into all kinds of nooks and crannies. And if you have a smoke-free apartment, your neighbor might smoke and it'll infiltrate probably into your apartment. So there's really no place that's tobacco-free. We're trying to encourage folks to go outside, And so we're working with rental property managers, owners, trying to encourage them to go tobacco-free in the building and outside if they are away from entryways for sure.
Okay.
We're actually having a lunch and learn on how to go tobacco-free, smoke-free, and it's going to be next Tuesday, April 29th at Steele County Public Health over the noon hour. Folks are invited to come. It's a free, about an hour-long presentation. We're going to have some legal experts there to talk about the legality of going tobacco-free. And if anyone's interested, please RSVP to me. Give me a call. My number was on the screen, and I'm sure it'll be back on. We'd love to have as many people there as possible.
And that's specifically for the rental landlords?
For rental landlords, owners, managers who are interested in possibly exploring going tobacco-free.
Interesting.
And so we want to encourage rental managers, owners, property people to go tobacco-free. It's really good for business. It's good for health. It might reduce your insurance costs. It will definitely reduce your fire risk. And when you're redecorating, it's a lot easier and a lot cheaper to redecorate a unit that hasn't been smoked in than one that has.
True. Very true. So a lot of practical reasons there too. So again, they would just call you to RSVP.
Yeah, and if anybody's interested,
this, I know you've sent out invitations.
We have sent out invitations. If anybody's interested in any of these initiatives I've been talking about, we'd love to have you involved in some way, whether it be just to be an advocate to support the work we're doing, or if you want to do more, we definitely can find something for you to do there. So we encourage folks to give us a call.
Okay, Jane, thank you so very much.
Welcome.
A lot of things going on for you, and I know you always have topics that you can come back and talk with us about, and you will do so again.
Definitely.
So thank you very much. Again, get a hold of Jane if you have any questions about the
Please.
things that she's talked about, and she'll fill you in a little bit more. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
We'll take a break for our supporters, and we'll have Edna Ringhofer when we come back.
Don't let the cold winter weather stop you from exercising. Keep up your fitness program at the West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center. We offer a variety of different membership packages available on daily, monthly, and yearly basis. We also have a variety of programs and services to help the newest of members get started and to help those who have been around for a while improve on what they are doing. The Tennis and Fitness Center participates in insurance reimbursement programs with a variety of different insurance providers that could make you eligible for up to $20 credit each month. For more information about the West Hills Tennis and Fitness Center, call us at 444-4290.
Everyone deserves opportunities to have a good life, a quality education that leads to a stable job, enough income to support a family through retirement, and good health. But the reality is, many children fall behind, many families are struggling, and many others are in poor health. United Way's goal is to find long-term solutions. Thanks to a grant from the Otto Bremer Foundation, we're hosting community conversations this year to address these issues. If you'd like to join us, please call our office.
Hi, I am Dr. Amy Swain from Amy Swain Hearing Centers, and for more than 20 years I have been helping people hear better. It has been a very rewarding experience, but so many people put off getting help with their hearing. Clients often tell me they wish they had started wearing hearing aids sooner, as their quality of life was improved so much with better hearing. Call me today at 1-800-804-3361 for a free hearing test at Amy Swain Hearing Centers of Owatonna, Austin, and Waseca. That's 1-800-804-3361, where Dr. Amy Swain wants everyone to hear better.
Hi, I'm Brenda with the Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, aligned with American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, where closings feel right from the beginning. I'm a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty.
And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna.
And we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Ron Clancher with Clancher & Son Landscaping and Concrete. We support the Owatonna Today Show, and so should you.
Welcome back. Thanks again for joining us on this Wednesday, April 23rd. As promised, Edna Ringhofer is with us in studio. How are you?
Oh, great. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. We had a little bit of opportunity just ahead of coming back on camera to look at the beautiful poster, talk about dancing with our Steele County Stars. So we're going to get into this year's event. Mm-hmm. But what year is this now?
This is the 4th. Already.
Wow, isn't that fun?
Yeah.
You have really built quite an event here.
Well, it is fun. And we do have people that tell us every year, this is the 4th year. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And they follow it. And so, and we're just blessed that people in the community want to come out and give their time and their talents to participate. Because it's really, I still give credit to the dancers. It's still.
Well, you have to. They put in a lot of hard work, don't they?
Yeah, they're really the show. Brian and Lynette Dolly do an amazing job.
They do.
A lot of the couples that dance have never danced before. Some aren't even couples.
Exactly.
Like
they're just partners put together. And we'll talk about some of those. So you've had great participation all the way along from Brian and Lynette.
Yes.
Too,
well,
Cedar Ball.
Yeah, and they're kind of a partner with us. Mm-hmm. Without them, we probably couldn't do it. But, that's something they're amazing. Yeah. And with us partnering together, it works out great. They wanted to do something in Steele County. Nice. They also help with the Albert Lee Red Cross show.
Okay.
And so that's kind of how we found out about it, because they were doing that. And we didn't have a fundraiser, and so we wanted that signature fundraiser. And so that's
what do you do that's different? And this was definitely something that no one was doing.
We didn't have in Steele County.
Did you ever feel like you bit off more than you could chew when you started it?
Well, the first year with anything is the growing pains, or you got to put it out there and then you tweak it. And every year you're still tweaking it.
Exactly.
But no, well, actually, the first year definitely was the hardest. Yeah. But yet every year is, it's all, you definitely, do this, then you have all your checkpoints done. But you still have your challenges, but yet it's, what you're getting into.
And one of the things we were talking about was all the little things that probably go on behind the scenes that none of us see. And in when the final event happens, much like a wedding, there's a lot of stress and maybe some pulling hair out and things that are, how are we ever going to make this happen? And in fact, some things that don't happen as planned, but who knows? Yeah. By the time the event is up and running and everybody's enjoying it, nobody is any the wiser and everything comes off. So let's talk a little bit about your couples that you've got here.
Yeah. Well, the nice thing about it is because we're Healthy Seniors in Steele County, another thing that's really great about it is we are in Steele County, but the fundraiser is actually in Medford at Medford High School.
Okay.
So that's fun because
fun.
We are Steele County, so it's not just Owatonna.
Yep.
As far as the participation with the dancers, we have a Medford couple, which is Rick and Lori Hager.
Okay.
And then we also have our Ellendale couple, which is Rick and Corrine Firm.
Okay.
And then we have our Blooming Prairie couple, which is great. Craig and Jeannie Bishop.
Okay.
And then we also have our Owatonna couples.
So Steele County is very well represented all the way around.
Is.
So your Owatonna couples, then, as you call them, would be?
Dave and Maureen Schlobaum.
Okay.
And this is Dave's. Dave and Maureen were actually in last year's show, but, in the lineup to begin with. But that's one of those things that kind of happened where Dave actually had hurt his meniscus, but his knee, he actually needs a knee replacement. But because he hurt his meniscus, it caused some issues, so he could barely walk last year.
Couldn't dance.
But now this year, he's still, his knee's still his knee, but yet he doesn't have to deal with that pain.
Yeah.
But yet they look great, and they're starting the show off.
Fun.
And
they're leading off. What are they dancing? Do you know? Can you remember?
I don't know the name of it. I'm sorry. But
No. I just figured if you remembered, we would mention it.
Dean Martin. Yeah,
Dean
which
Martin.
really fits them.
Oh, yeah.
Because at the theater and all the couples look great. But there's really. That's the neat thing with what Brian and Lynette do. They take the choreography to the couples, and some of the couples they've never even met, but you would never know because it matches them so well.
Okay.
Yeah, but it really matches them.
To figure out what they should be dancing.
Well, they do just a great job with it. Maybe I should give more credit to the actual couple, but they really pull that off, which not a lot of couples, I think, could do that.
Nope.
So it really fits them.
Okay.
And then we have Sarah and Jim Packard.
Okay.
And they're from Owatonna, and Sarah's a physician's assistant, and
people might know them. They do the Beds for Kids organization, I think. So they head that up and do some great things there.
Yeah, and then we have Connie Kniefel and Colt Johnson.
Now that's a step in for someone else.
Yes, well, and again, that's one of those things that happens. Jason Markison, which is actually going to be a judge now, he was slated in the lineup, but he had a back condition, and he told me he did. We thought the surgery would fix it, but with the jive, it just didn't work. Okay. And so, so second weekend, I went door to door.
Did you?
The community was, that's what I did, and the community was great. And Cole stepped in there, which is great. We kind of had him on the radar for next year anyway.
Okay.
And he said, I think I'd like to do that. I like to help nonprofits, and which is great PR for his business too, with hot tanning. But he was great. Him and Connie, their dance, you'd never know he just stepped in because they do a fantastic job.
Oh, how very
they
fun.
do a jive, and they do just a really good job. Okay. Yep. And then we have Chris and Glenn Dewar, and then we have Annie and Matt Jessup.
What a great lineup of folks. And they've all been working hard since when?
10 weeks ago, since February, And they have no idea what choreography they're getting, and they do a great job. It's the things that we hear when couples, talk about it after it's done is it was a lot more work than what I expected, more hours. It was a lot more fun than I expected. Okay. And I wish I could do it again. That we hear that over and over. Okay. And people will come up to them over and over. And even not even just in Owatonna, like some of we're eating out in the cities and somebody came up, I seen you in Dancing with the
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Oh, how fun.
And so it's fun for them, but it's like a wedding too. You get the big build up and then you kind of miss it
afterwards
it's done,
and you want to do it again. So let's talk about the event itself.
Yes.
That is this
Saturday already. Okay. Yes, April 26th. And people can just, if they want to get the tickets from the dancers, they get credit.
Okay.
For it's kind of the fundraising, and we get awards at the end. But otherwise, they can just come to the door too.
Okay.
And so.
And you can fit how many in there?
Seating is like 475.
Okay. Lots of people in a great auditorium setting, and so Okay. And tickets are how much?
Tickets are $20 a ticket.
Okay. Yep. And then there are other fundraising things that go on during the performance and things itself, right? So and you get a chance to meet the dancers at some point.
You get to meet the dancers, yes. We do have a raffle, which the raffle is a bucket raffle. So we have 15 different items at this point, great auction item or raffle items, anywhere from an iPad to self-propelled lawnmower to Canterbury Day, and large screen TV, a laptop. Okay. Yep, just a lot of different items.
Opportunity to win some prizes.
And then we also have our vases where people get to do an audience choice. So they get a ticket from us that award is just who the audience likes best. Okay. But then there's also a fundraising component where some will like two couples so they can give money. And so they donate to Healthy Seniors, but then it counts towards their totals, because they get ranked in the audience choice and then also the fundraising by how much they raise. So
and what is your goal? Do you have a goal from year to year for this event?
Well, a lot of times, like the dancers last year, just themselves, they raised $12,000.
Amazing.
And but then we have all the expenses and stuff. If we can clear $15,000, we'd be really happy.
Yeah.
The main thing is that it's a great opportunity also for exposure.
It is.
People know us as, Dancing with our Steele County Stars, but we're really getting the message of healthy seniors of Steele County.
And that's what I wanted to just take a minute here too, as we wrap up, to say, then what does the money do? What is Healthy Seniors for those who don't know? And people may have heard of it, but not really sure what you do.
Well, we're not a building. Everybody thinks we're like Senior Place. We're not a building. We are a nonprofit organization. We recruit volunteers, we train them, and we coordinate them. We match them up with a senior that, and we will have a senior match there, highlighting them. And so it's really to help them live independently as long as they can, so they don't have to go into assisted living. And some, we have some 92-year-olds, we have some, we don't want them out cleaning their gutters. We'll have volunteer do that. Yep. And so we recruit volunteers for a variety of different purposes, and they just help support them.
How many volunteers do you have?
We have over 500.
That's amazing.
And I think 38. Kind of right in that.
Doing a little bit of different.
Serving over 1,000 seniors.
Okay.
So,
and I think we've got your number on there. So should people have questions about Dancing with the Steele County Stars or Healthy Seniors in general, give Edna a call, or you might get somebody else, one of your other coordinators, but in any case, a great organization I know that does a lot here in our community, and a fun event that goes along with it. So much success with Dancing with our Steele County Stars, and can't wait to see how they all do.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Edna, so much for joining us, and have a great event. We'll take a break here for our supporters, and we'll be back to wrap it up.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Jake with Napa Auto Parts.
Napa has the know-how for all your automotive needs.
Napa is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to transitional housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
Time to wrap up the Owatonna Today Show on this Wednesday, April 23rd, with a reminder that the Steele County Historical Society is hosting their mortgage burning ceremony. It will be tomorrow, Thursday the 24th. There is an invitation event prior to the actual burning of the mortgage, but then that is open to the public, and that will be at 6:30. Obviously a very controlled situation, but they're saying goodbye to the mortgage for the funding, the great funding that they've had for the History Center over all of these years. So again, that will be going at the History Center tomorrow at 6:30. Coming up this Saturday, it's the Bark and Rec, sponsored by Owatonna Parks and Rec and the Steele County Humane Society. It's going on from 9 to 1 at the Steele County Fairgrounds Four Seasons Center. You are invited to bring your furry family member and check out what vendors from our area have to offer. There are demonstrations that will be including canine cash from the Owatonna Police Department, dog obedience, agility. There will be treats, grooming, veterinarians with their information, all other doggy stuff. It says all under one roof. Okay, that's just a good joke and a bad joke at the same time. So if you have questions, you can call Park and Rec at 444-4321 for more information. It is a busy weekend. Steele County Clothesline Spring Style Show. It is their 4th annual of this event, and that is going on at the Owatonna Country Club from 11:30. It starts with some social time. From noon on, there will be lunch and a fashion show. Tickets are $25. Come see the latest fashions for women of all ages and sizes, from Christopher and Banks, Eddie Bauer, Gap, Christie's, Maurice's, Owatonna Shoe, and St. Clair's for men. All sorts of great things going on there for the Steele County Clothesline. There is complimentary screening clinic in Owatonna for children with orthopedic conditions. That is coming up this Saturday. Call 456-2069 if you would like more information about that. And of course, as we mentioned, Dancing with our Steele County Stars that evening. So you have lots of things. You can probably make it to all of them with your pets and for fashion shows, and watch some dancing anyway, coming up this weekend. Coming up on Friday's show, we will be talking about the Bremer Bank grant update. If I have that correct, I'm going to let them to the United Way, or that partnership that's going on. They'll identify that a little bit more for us, our guests, and the City of Owatonna update comes up on Friday as well. We'll see you then.